Facebook. It is Wednesday morning. It is 10 to 10 in beautiful sunny Southern California. I'm on vacation. I feel good. I feel relaxed. Some housekeeping items. We had over 5,500 questions for this Q&A in 22 hours. That's amazing. Like 4,000 in the first 3 hours, but whatever. I left it up for a little bit just in case something good bubbled up. Tonight is the penultimate episode of Arrow Season 2. It is not the season finale. Don't write on my Facebook page after tonight, I'm so sad the season is over, because it gives me anxiety that nobody's going to watch next week. So don't do that. Be good to me. I'm on vacation. I'm turning Larry Bird tomorrow, which is really exciting. It's been a good Magic Johnson, and now it's Larry Bird. What else? This is the 1.75 million Facebook friend Q&A. I have no idea where the time has gone. What else? Other stuff, but that's not what's important. Let's get to the questions. These are actual Facebook questions from actual Facebook friends. I'm going to do my best with your name, but there aren't a whole lot of Mike Smiths on this list. So I'm going to try my best. Ed Bernard W. would like to know, do you think the direction of the show has changed at all from the start, and do you think it will go back to the roots with bringing the folks on the list to justice? Good question. The list has to become a part of the show again, because as we move through seasons 3, 4, and 5, in the flashbacks, we get closer to the Oliver that we met in the pilot in season 1, when the list was all that mattered to him. Like, he almost fought Diggle over the list. So yes, the list will become important again. Whether or not that happens in the present day, I'm not sure. Robert William Esses would like to know, do you ever have fears while shooting Arrow, i.e. heights, fight scenes, stunts, etc.? No with fight scenes, which is also stunts. No with big, important scenes. But I get a little bit uneasy with heights. I think it was our 11, 12, maybe. There was an episode that we did this season that Glenn Winter directed where there was a beautiful shot of the back of my head overlooking the city, and we put me up on a huge, I must have been 60 feet in the air, and I was harnessed in from the back, just standing there. But anyone that's been at a height like that and it was windy, you're literally rocking back and forth, and all I have is Glenn in my ear going, stand still. And that is a little bit, that's not my job. I'm an actor. So getting up that high sometimes is a little bit scary. What is your, Maraxu Melendez Sanchez, what is your guilty pleasure TV show, if you have one? Survivor. I've mentioned this before. I wait until an entire season of Survivor is complete, and then I binge watch it. I'm never allowed to be on Survivor because I am Canadian. I don't have an American passport. Which is, I mean, I like being Canadian, except in this particular instance, because I would like to go on Survivor. When I meet somebody like Survivor, I met someone from Survivor last weekend at the Kentucky Derby, and I'll always play it cool at first, and then just start peppering them with questions. I love Survivor. Andy Ward, do you think this could happen? I think it would be a good addition, plus there is a comic book story arc, which is this very famous meme on my page of Diggle dressed as Green Lantern. I mean, it looks good. And if we know anything about television shows, if it looks good, it has a much better chance of happening. Brian R. Sheridan, how much does Oliver Queen spend each month in computer monitors? Boy, the monitors get trashed all the time in the Foundry. It's a good point. This year alone, guesstimate, $9,000. So equate that, I'm not going to do the math. Again, I'm on vacation, but $9,000 into 12 months. Actually, that's pretty easy math, but whatever. It's like $750 a month, which could be wrong. Nathan Spoonenberg. If you had to cast a Bruce Wayne for Arrow, who would you pick? Robbie Amell. Easy pick. I mean, he would literally kill me if I said Ben Affleck. So, for the purposes of this Q&A, the answer is Robbie Amell. Jose Dominguez. Oh, this is a new question. What are the chances of seeing you in the Justice League movie? Stacy Stewart, have you ever thought about or considered maybe directing an episode of Arrow? Yes, Stacy. I would like to direct an episode in the 4th season. The problem is that presents a logistical challenge because the first episode of the season, for example, we start production on season 3 July 9th. The first episode of the season starts being prepped in late June because episodes are prepped while episodes are shooting. Meaning, unless I directed the season premiere, I would have to be involved in the prep while we were shooting an episode, which is almost impossible. So if I was going to direct, unless we just found a way to make it work, also considering that once you've finished directing an episode, you have to go to Los Angeles normally and put together your director's cut that then gets submitted to the producers. So I would have to miss part of the episode preceding it and the episode afterwards. So I don't know how it will work, but I would very much like to do it. Megan Keenan, first of all, you're an amazing human being and deserve every single one of these 1.75 million Facebook friends. That's very, very nice of you. My question for you, what is the one thing in Oliver's life that he couldn't live without? Boy, there's no way for me to answer this without pissing people off. His quiver. Lindsay Trion, what was your most awkward scene to film? So there's a follow-up to this. Tammy Edwards, her friend sat with me 2 weeks ago. We did a live viewing party in Walla Walla, Washington. I was embarrassed by the love scene in episode, was it episode 20? But that's only because I was with 200 people. The most awkward scene to shoot this year, for me personally, was a scene in our 13th episode where I disowned my mom. Because I love Susanna Thompson so much, and she is the kindest person. And there was no way to do that scene properly without really taking her to task. And we couldn't even talk to each other during the scene. And I knew that it was going well when at the end of every scene I felt horrible. So that made it awkward. See, I get this question a lot. Visa Charitude, Stephen, hi, what is the one question that no one ever asked you and that you've always wanted to be asked? I don't know what it is, but I'm pretty sure that I couldn't answer it on this Q&A without getting in a bunch of trouble. Like, there aren't any big state secrets that I'm keeping, but I'm always interested in provocative questions with respect to the show and my feelings and the rigors of production. But I think it's best to keep these Q&As light and airy. Caroline Katarina, describe the season 2 finale in 3 words. Go. Now, keep in mind, the season finale is not tonight. It is on the 14th of May. My 3 words to describe the season finale. Keep in mind, we did this at Comic-Con. They asked us to use, I think it was 1 word, actually, to describe the season premiere. And I said trees. So, season finale, 3 words. Wait, he's where? Now the question about computers. Matt Stokes wants to know if I want to build a snowman. That's not a cocaine reference, is it? I don't think so, because it looks like your profile picture is you with your kid. It's possible that it's a very small photo, so if it's not, don't get mad at me. But because I'm in Southern California right now, and because I spend 9 months out of the year in Canada, absolutely not. I don't. I don't want to build a snowman even a little bit. I get this question a lot too. Jean-Philippe Leet wants to know, if you were to have any other job in the world, what would it have been, realistically speaking, if possible? If not, then what other job would you like to have had? I always did want to be a sportscaster or interview people, which is why over the next year or so, if I start doing a podcast called Prelude to a Big Break, which is the name of a blog that I did way back when, doing long form interviews with actors, that's the one that I would have done, which I may do anyway. So I hope that's a better answer to the question than I've been able to give previously.